Now we're going to go briefly into perspective drawings so you get an idea of how to actually render buildings properly, or you can actually use it in placement of figures so they look a little more realistic. There are two main ideas in perspective drawing. There's one-point perspective and two-point perspective. We'll handle one-point perspective right now. And what that does is it establishes one vanishing point where most lines converge to the horizon. And there are several different views to handle this. You have eye level for perhaps a human, and then maybe a lower perspective point from, let's say, man's best friend. We can do a dog's view perspective, and then there's maybe a bird's eye view perspective. So what we'll do is a human view of the thing first, a human one-point perspective. So we're going to draw our little stick figure in here, and he's standing right about here. Okay. And the horizon we imagine passing through his eye level. Okay, and we're going to pick a vanishing point like right here. That's going to be our VP, vanishing point. Okay. Now, anything you draw for perspective purposes will only have that as a disappearing or converging point where all the lines go. Other lines will just be straight across. So now what happens is you look at where your verticals are and you start connecting them to the vanishing point. So this point, we would draw a line straight through there. Okay, and now the next vertical that happens to be in this wall of this structure is right here, and luckily, I got pretty close to it. I don't have to draw another line there. But what I do now is I connect these two. Okay, this line is supposed to be a disappear, you erase this later. It's just to set this up, this top edge, to give you that feel of things are disappearing into the distance. And again, this point here would disappear. We draw that line, something like that through there. This line has to come down a little bit more, okay? And this could be like a doorway from some sidewalk our fellow's walking on right here. So, he takes a couple more steps and he's at this door of the front of this building. And again, the door is going to have some element of disappearing into the distance. All right, so that's an idea of one-point perspective from human level. All right, now from a dog's perspective, or a lower than human eye, normal where a human is standing. We're going to draw our guy here again. All right. And now we've got a dog's view. He's standing here and he smells something, or, he's in the action here. Right, his point of view is like right here, right? That's about where his eyeball is. And if we put the vanishing point out here, and we draw this same structure, okay, we have those lines. And again, the horizontals are all, anything horizontal to the ground on this side without a vanishing point is just a straight line parallel to the horizon. So now we look and we say, well, this line comes across about like that. All right, and they meet up there, and then this line will probably be like that. You can sense, you can feel that this isn't really my perspective here. This is being viewed from some lower level, okay? And if we draw this sidewalk in here again, it's rotated, it's coming up a little bit, all right? And again, we draw our door here, and this line disappears to there, okay, like that. And that's the dog eye view. Now there's also perhaps a bird's eye view, which is quite a bit above us, like maybe from a second or third story window. And again, one point. And here we'll draw the horizon way up here. And we'll draw our human. Okay, he's standing here doing something. The dog is still here. He's wondering what's going on, you know. And now, this building that we had earlier, and again, these lines are still straight across, parallel to the horizon. We've got this building here. We can start seeing the roof now, if it's a one-story or just some smaller structure that doesn't keep going up. Okay, so our vanishing point is right there. When we start drawing these lines here, oops, let's say it's right here. This is that upper edge we saw before that we were looking at, okay? And we draw this. All of a sudden, here's the front of that building, okay? And the door, again, or whatever it was, is here. Right, this comes straight across. But now, we're going to start drawing other elements in, and these disappear to that vanishing point. And again, these are sketches that you might use for a later piece of artwork. You might decide, you know, we were walking around down there, you know, we were walking through these mud hut areas in Afghanistan, and, you know, I had that feel it was like right here, and after you sketch on your page in your notebook, you might decide again, you know, this was really my reference here. You know, I like the angle that this was all in, and my canvas that I put this on is going to be right here. You know, and again, you're creating just kind of an offset for composition, that kind of thing.